You've probably heard the line, "If you don't love it, leave." What if, for once, someone actually says, "Okay"? Is there even a path for this? One that isn't sure to result in hiding from immigration officials?
Hello, chums. I'm Them. This is Them's Facts.
Here's a thought experiment. Imagine taking someone up on the direction to get out. Same person every time. 40 years old. Speaks English only. Lands with a passport, a one-way ticket, and $500. No job, no contacts. From that point on, everything depends on how the place works, how you find somewhere to sleep, how you get paid without formal work, how much the government actually enforces anything day to day, and whether there's a path out of that situation, or just a way to stay in it. Here are 3 destinations where this is possible. Number 3. Argentina. Argentina is one of the few places where this situation can actually turn into something stable. You land in Buenos Aires and the city functions normally. Public transit runs, businesses are open, people are dealing with everyday problems, rent, work, inflation. With $500, the first priority is housing. You're not going through formal channels, you're looking for shared rooms, short-term setups, anything that can be arranged quickly without paperwork. That exists, but you don't have much time before the money starts running out. Food is manageable if you adjust immediately. Rent is what drains you. Income comes next. At the lowest level, there's always some form of cash work. Teaching English informally is common. Service work and small jobs exist if you're willing to take whatever comes up. It's inconsistent, but it's there. The key difference is that there's an actual system behind all of this. You can apply for residency. It takes time. You deal with paperwork that doesn't move unless you push it. You go back to the same offices more than once. Eventually, things progress. After about 2 years of living there, you can apply for citizenship. That timeline is unusually short, and people do complete it. The ongoing problem is inflation. Money loses value quickly, so whatever you earn has to keep up. Planning ahead is difficult, but the structure itself doesn't disappear. Over time, you stop relying entirely on informal arrangements. You have documents. You can rent more normally. You're part of the system instead of working around it. This is one of the few versions of this situation where it can actually settle into something stable. Number 2. Haiti. Haiti shifts immediately after you leave the airport. Entry is straightforward, passport stamped, you're in. After that, there isn't a single system shaping what happens next. In Port-au-Prince, different parts of the city operate under different conditions. Some areas function like active commercial zones. Others don't. You don't get a clear explanation of that. You figure it out by watching how people move. With $500, you stay close to where work happens. Ports, markets, transport areas. Housing is informal. You pay for a room, no lease, no documentation. Work is the same. You don't apply. You go where goods are moving and see if someone needs help. Unloading trucks, carrying shipments, assisting vendors. Payment happens per job. Some days you earn enough, some days you don't. English isn't enough here. You start picking up Creole quickly because you have to. Without it, everything is slower and more difficult. Immigration status doesn't come up again after you enter. Not because it doesn't exist, but because it's not consistently enforced in daily life. What matters more is awareness. You learn which areas stay active, which ones don't, and how quickly that can change. You learn to leave when something feels off, even if you don't know the reason. There's no clear path from this into anything formal. You can continue operating like this as long as you keep earning and avoid the wrong situations. People do live this way. It's possible to stay. It just doesn't build towards stability in the usual sense. It's certainly not safe. Number 1. Somalia. Somalia is different again. You arrive through a controlled airport. Security is tight. The process is formal. Once you leave that environment, daily life isn't organized around centralized systems in the same way. A 40-year-old foreigner with cash and no local language stands out immediately. In a market, paying in US dollars or not bargaining properly signals you're new. People notice who spends, who hesitates, who doesn't understand what's being said. That information travels fast. Robbery is a real risk in the wrong place. It doesn't need to be complicated. A group approach, quick intimidation, cash gone in seconds. Kidnapping is also part of the risk profile for foreigners in certain areas. The assumption isn't what you have on you, it's who might pay for you. That's why visibility matters more than the actual amount of money you're carrying. Militant groups operate in and around urban areas. Their targets are usually specific, but presence alone changes the environment. Checkpoints, sudden movement, people clearing out quickly. Housing is not something you arrange through listings. You find it through people. Guest houses used by traders, shared compounds, places that exist because someone allows them to. Work follows the same pattern. You go to markets, ports, logistics areas and try to make yourself useful. At first, nothing happens. Then someone gives you a small job. If that goes well, you get another. Everything depends on whether someone is willing to deal with you. Immigration status doesn't come up as part of working or staying. It exists, but it's not what determines whether you can participate in the economy. What determines that is access. If no one knows you, you don't get work. If a small group accepts you, you can continue. There's no structured path from this into legal status. It doesn't lead anywhere in that sense. People do survive this way, but it depends entirely on maintaining those relationships and avoiding situations you can't control. There you have it. Options for those who choose not to love it and instead leave it.
That was Them's Facts. You now know more than you did before. See you in the next one. Flatten the like button, whisper to subscribe, tickle the notification bell, agitate the algorithm. I'll be waiting.